universities, you've been to colleges. How is this a man's world? You have to go out there and make it happen for yourself. Now, of course, the statistics of oppression, the statistics of obstacles, of violence, of barriers to advancement are huge. I mean, Pakistan itself has been having a growing public conversation about how women are treated in the public and domestic sphere. It's a very important conversation that I believe all of South Asia is having. We've been hearing about rape and 5-year-olds. We've been hearing about egregious amounts of domestic violence, of sexual harassment at the workplace and otherwise. And of course, many unheard, unsaid stories all the way to the top of opportunities missed, of choices not made, of steps not taken, of hesitations that have changed lives, that have held women back and actually whole households back. So, I think I won't reinvent the wheel and go into what has been said before very, very powerfully. The message from the three business leaders was very clear. They were reaching out, they were taking whatever opportunity life gave them. They were creating their own space. And I think that's what you have to do. When you look at what is in front of you, most women that I deal with are not empowered to carve out a path to opportunity. Most of them have very, very serious obstacles, and those are the women at the bottom of the financial, economic, and social pyramid. But they're the ones we find are the real game changers. They're the great multiplier, and business actually is a tool that works very powerfully for them and with them. I don't usually speak about my husband. I'm very competitive, but he is a very good and able business leader who works with women and with the bottom of the pyramid, making sure that women are hired, that they have a positive, affirmative action environment, and that most importantly, they are involved in becoming banked. Banking, I have found many women who grow up, who lead what looks like important lives, and they don't make their banking decisions. They don't make their financial decisions, which our three entrepreneurs did, and I'm really glad I stayed and listened to them, or came early enough to listen to them. So making the financial decision is the most important one, because that's the one that empowers you in the home. I'm not suggesting that you not trust your family. Your family is the sole nurturing, the first nurturing environment that enables you. If it's not nurturing, if it's an adversarial environment, which many women face, and though there are uncomfortable truths that we don't tell, if you face an adversarial environment, then by all means use it to propel yourself forward. Because outside the home, there is much happening. There are opportunities from school to college to onwards. And I'll tell you a little bit about my own story. I also started work at 19. And Shah Rukh Khan, who was here on the stage before me, remembers it was even before I went to university. I ended up spending 2 years and working, being a magazine editor within days of joining a dynamic working environment. And everybody was always older than me. I was the boss, but there were people who were 50-something, 40-something, 30-something. And people would just say, well, how do you do it? I said, there is no question. There is always fear. Everybody feels anxious. You just have to overcome it, because what you transmit is your confidence and the message you give that I am able to lead. I do not need anybody's pushing me forward, and I can do this. I think it's a very clear message, and it's a body language that people respond to in leadership situations. What they also respond to is integrity, What they also respond to is decision making. What they also respond to is just being human. And women, I notice, are able to not just make decisions that are best for businesses and communities, but they tend to also look at the larger picture without sacrificing attention to detail. They don't sacrifice the attention to detail, and I have to say that I'm unabashedly often saying I don't seek equality with men. When I was a teenager, I used to have this plaque on my door, I'm not seeking equality with men, I'm seeking way, way more. Because, yes, frankly, that is an entitlement. You are born with inalienable rights. We live in Pakistan, where so much has changed in the last few years. Democracy is on the move. Look around you. We are not armchair reformists. We have to get out of our homes and sometimes just our heads. You can, in the day of global connectivity, you don't even have to get out of your homes to make your mark. You don't even have to leave your home office or your laptop or whatever it is that connects you to the world and allows you to articulate a position. Because my firm view is, if you don't take a position on important subjects and you don't bring those less fortunate than you, even if it's one person, up on the same level playing field, then you're not making a difference. And really, lives don't have meaning if you don't, and empowerment is not empowerment if you don't. I don't know how else democracy works, but it's a two-way process. People in Pakistan often think, because of various social and political issues, not entirely of our own making, and I don't mean our own making, certainly Pakistan's own making, we have found, there's a tendency to say, well, the government will give me this. No, successful democracies don't expect governments to do everything. They expect the people to organize, to reach out, to articulate what they want, and then lobby for that. Women are very good at this at the community level. So I think that we need to bring more and more people, not just women, into a space such as this. More and more town halls are needed where you can talk to each other. There are no places in Pakistan anymore. Years of dictatorship has destroyed the public space where we all connect together, learn from each other, exhort each other to better, criticize what we don't do well enough, and basically be human. So there is very little space for that, and you can't be a political person or an agent of change, even in your office, if you're going to be cut off. So the thing to do, and what this conference is doing, is connecting people. The thing to do is connect with people. Do not take no for an answer. I'm impressed by the wall analogy our speaker gave, that there's a wall, you go around it, you go above it, you dig a trench under it. That's absolutely the way forward. There will be walls that you don't expect. There will even be walls that are invisible. There often are. And certainly in the public space that we work with, you must, in your home, in your school, in your business, in your office, in the media, wherever you work, make your way from the margin into the mainstream. This is what empowerment is about. Do not remain on the margin. I always say this to women in politics, and a former colleague, much respected, and I'm so glad that she's here, Khushbak Shujat, knows this. We would sit in the National Assembly, I've done 2 terms there, and we would often see women sitting to one side, and I said, this is ghettoizing yourself. Do not do that. Everybody said, but you take up so many women's issues. Yes, I moved 5 of the first bills ever moved for women, but I did that. My subject is not women. It is not human rights. But I did that because you can't not represent who you are or the people around you. You can't roll up that ladder, and if you hear cries of serious violence and discrimination, which we see in South Asian societies, it's not just Pakistan, we need to put that in perspective and say, all right, my job is to make the law that will change it. And everybody will say, oh, but you made the law, what difference does that make? Please, don't think like that. You have to first start with the law, and then someone will start applying it, and then someone will notice that it needs amendment, and then someone will use it further. I'll give you an example of the sexual harassment law for the workplace that we moved. It took years. It took 3 to 5 years to make, to reform, to change. We did all kinds of bargaining for it that I don't want to go into now. You would be amazed at the kind of people one had to do business with to get that going. But we did. We made amendments that didn't move the red lines. We kept the core of the bill. We then found media partners who allow people to understand what usage there is, and I'm very proud to say it's being used. That code of conduct is being used in companies, in hundreds of companies today in Pakistan. It's being enforced in the private sector, it is being enforced in the public sector. I was on the board of Quaid-e-Azam University, for instance, where we saw that law actually being used to change lives, to penalize those who harass women or each other, because that law is not proscribed or restricted to women. It is restricted to harassment based on your gender. And at the end of the day, all discriminations, harassments, violence are all about power and the exercise, the willful or negative use of power. So here's the message for today. There are many amazing and exciting women in Pakistan, those that are in Lyari, in Mwajkot. I had incredible stories to tell, but I'm told it's 10 minutes, so I won't be able to share them with you. But I think sometimes you all should get together and look at their stories of how they have overcome seemingly onerous odds to build schools, to first educate themselves, then build schools. And Pushpak does that also. We are empowered women. We have educated households. We fight very little battles compared to them, but we do too. So my message to you is don't accept any situation, any, that you feel even mildly is disempowering you or not giving you the same that you are entitled to as anyone else, as your brother, your husband, your father, your colleague at the workplace. And whether it is a school, someone stopping a young Malala from going to school, or whether it is someone harassing you at work very subtly so you can't even define it, or whether it is a fancy club, elite club, keeping out women in this day and age. They should be ashamed. And we need to have our voices there. We need to make sure we don't patronize all these institutions. I don't go there. I have an uncle of mine who's laughing. I don't go much there. It's abhorrent to me. And until that changes, you won't really see me there partying with. So this is where you draw a line. You have to draw a line, not in the sand, in very clear places, at the home, at the workplace, because those are where, like charity, empowerment begins. It begins in your mind, and it begins in your communities. It is not some abstract concept you discuss on television or in articles. It begins in your social life as well. So since this is not a politically disempowered audience, I'm not bringing up all those issues. We all know about them. I just want to thank you for the opportunity to speak here today, and I look forward to seeing some young people. I had told my colleague that we would like to, I used to hold a workshop for young people, just mentoring them for job opportunities, for advancement. When I was at the embassy, I did that also when I was a member of the National Assembly, and we would be happy to continue doing that through the Ladies Fund. If people want to sign up and say we'll come in a group, I'm happy to give my time because, as you know, for a person who's busy, time is absolutely the new money. It's the only money. So that's what I will share with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much to Sherry Rahman for those very inspiring words. I know each of us in the audience have been totally inspired and moved. Especially her main point was, as a girl, don't wait. As a woman, don't rely on first having a hand to hold yours. You can make your dreams come true. That was very beautiful. So as a special token, we ask our special guest of this session, Mr. Rosales Adhanom, the Consul General of Indonesia, to present a very special plaque for Ms. Rahman. And we also, thank you so much, and we also have a very special pampering gift for Sherry Rahman. Has said that for 3 careers she's had in the span of her life so far, I know many more are coming, so we thought she should also relax and have some time to pamper herself. So this is something from Cosmo Group for her as well, from Crabtree and Evelyn and OPI. And a special spa certificate so she can really recover from an experience like this. Thank you. So now we have a very special moment. Those of you know that we presented 12 vocational scholarships this morning to the Institute of Journalism, to grassroots girls. And now we have a very special video about our 4 Bachelors at Ikra University scholarship students. So please play that. Thank you.
And I am the scholarship winner for Ladies Fund in Bachelor's of Electronic Engineering from Ikra University. This is my second year with Ladies Fund, and it has been very exciting experience to be with Ladies Fund. They make you feel the part of them by involving you in the awards and in the conferences and in the dinners and volunteer appreciation nights as they take you to see the movie along with all the people. So they make you effusive and social. That's wonderful. And apart from that, Ladies Fund has brought a lot of confidence in me. After my scholarship, I've started reblogging again. I'm a blogger again, and I write about issues that women face in Pakistan nowadays. And I've been to Siemens Pakistan, which is a multinational company in Pakistan promoting engineering, and I've been part of it as an intern. The applicants were nationwide, and I presented Ikra University in the engineering department. So it has been great. Ladies Fund has given me confidence once again in myself, and thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Hania Sheikh, and I'm studying Bachelor's in Textile Design at Asian Institute of Fashion Design. And I've been a Ladies Fund Scholarship winner since 2012. It has been amazing since then. Why? Because my mom was also a scholarship winner back in her times when she was studying home economics. My family has been really proud of me, my teachers, everybody. I have been motivated a lot to work even more hard now, and I've earned a lot of appreciation from my teachers as well since then. And I'm currently working on a lot of interior projects, interior and textile based projects with my other fellow group mates. I enjoy my work, I enjoy every bit of it, every part of it, and I'm looking forward to pursuing my studies abroad. And the scholarship is going to really help me on my CV and my further college applications. I'm very thankful to Ladies Fund and Raintree Spa for sponsoring my scholarship, and I'm really looking forward towards having a great future because the scholarship is going to help me a lot. Thank you, Ladies Fund. Thank you once again.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Kaina Tabru and I am the winner of Ladies for Skin Medical Scholarship at AIFT Accra University. This scholarship has changed my life in many ways. Like first I didn't believe that the hard works can change anyone's life, but now I believe that the hard work can do. And I also won the Student of the Year award from my institute, and it was a great honor for me, and it also gives happiness. And my family also felt proud about me that I am the first in their family who won the scholarship. So this scholarship will greatly help me in the path to be the Pakistan's top fashion designer. Thank you Ladies Fund, thank you Dow Global Foundation, and thank you Skin Medical.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Mahin Khan. I'm part of BBA department at Accra University. 15th March was the day when actually scholarship was written in my fate. Being part of Ladies Fund is an excellent opportunity for me. Right after I got a scholarship, I have been involved with Ladies Fund through a lot of events. I participated in their Ladies Entrepreneurship Conference. I did internship with National Bonds Financial Services. These days as well, I'm part of LEC as a president of the Student Advisory Board. And as far as my goal is concerned, so it's still the same. I literally want to do something for the women of Pakistan. Since the Ladies Fund and National Bonds University, these are few names who have been able to recognize and realize the real talent behind such women. I have been working as a blogger and freelancer past 2 years, and I want to open up my own business. I want to become an entrepreneur, opening up various opportunities for the women of Pakistan and for the women who are under pressure in the entire world. I want to bring up the confidence in them. The way Ladies Fund has brought confidence in me, and following the footsteps of Hazrat Khadija radhiyallahu anha, inshallah I would be able to do that. And I want to stand at such a point where I would be able to give scholarships to girls like me who are hardworking, who are talented, who are eligible, but there are very few people who can recognize their talent. So inshallah, I'm very confident, inshallah, one day I will be standing at such a place where I would be able to recognize such girls, pick them out, choose them, and give them such opportunities like Ladies Fund has given me. Inshallah, that day is not too far, not too near, but it will be there one day. Thank you so much.
So those are our scholarship winners, 3 of whom are on stage right now. You've met Maheen earlier, Iman, and of course Kanaya.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really overwhelmed right now. Ladies Fund has been the best experience of my life. The life actually changed, you know. The things you see in the movies and the pictures, that overnight things happens, and it happened in reality. So the first thing that Ladies Fund gave me was that believe in your dreams. Believe it, because possible and impossible is only for you. For Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, everything is possible, and you never know when is your dream gonna come true. So I will just give a message to all the women in Pakistan: keep dreaming, keep believing in yourself, stay motivated, and things will change. And inshallah, things will change in Pakistan for women. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Iman. And now Hani has joined us, so she'll speak as well. These are the 4 stars of the video you just saw.
Good evening, everyone. This scholarship was just out of the blue. I never expected it, and I believe that things happen when you least expect them to happen. My life has also never been smooth. At some point, I was even asked to leave my studies, which I know is hard to believe, but it's true. But I was like, I want to do it. My father never supported arts or textiles. He was like, there's no future in it. Like, what is it anyway? So, but I'm doing it. I am proving myself to him and everybody else. And mashallah, my dad is like really supportive now, which is like an amazing thing for me. And yes, I want, like, the one thing that I really want is that textiles is a kind of a craft. You can teach it to anyone, and you have no idea what kind of wonder what else they can do with it. It's an art, and art is something that no matter how old you are, no matter how young you are, you can always do something. It's a never-ending life. It's a never-ending experience. So yes, I will definitely train a lot of women someday. And my mom, I also, pushed her into getting back into studies, and she's currently studying at IBS right now. And we both do look forward to opening our own institute for the underprivileged women, and we're going to teach them for sure. Thank you so much, ladies.
And now Hayat, the floor is yours.
Thank you, ladies, for giving me this opportunity. I was not able for this scholarship, and I was so confused when I got this because my background was so weak, and I was not able to achieve this scholarship. And this is a very thankful to scholarship for this. Okay, thank you.
Please give them a round of applause. These are truly young girls, first time on stage, most of them, and it's really an exciting opportunity. So please do note them, and if we can have a nice group photograph. You all heard Maheen speak in the second session along. Thank you. Did you want to say something, Maheen? You could say so.
Assalamu alaikum. I said already some valuable words in the start of the event. It's always been a pleasure working for Ladies Fund and being part of Ladies Fund, getting their scholarship, being their scholarship winner. And inshallah, one day I will be sitting at the front seat, one day becoming a CEO of some company. Inshallah. Thank you.
Thank you. And now, just before we have our thank yous, we have a very, very special guest joining us. Someone who's worked on Barack Obama's 2012 campaign. He handled the social media, Kamal Faridi. Kamal is an extraordinary man. He's not only somebody who is spending his time moving globally, but he's been an entrepreneur since 2002 and is a computer science graduate. 14 years ago, he established 22-4 to serve international clients. His core areas of expertise include social media marketing, team management, marketing, branding, and the services back office. Kamal.
Thank you for the invitation, Tara. I know you all guys are very much tired since it began in the morning. Okay, as Tara mentioned that I'm helping social media with different causes. I helped with Obama campaign in 2012 as well. My message to the winners and the youth over here, just to give you a shot, that whatever you have in your mind, whatever you are doing, whatever you are creating, just go to social media. Social media is the future. You can convey your message globally. You can tell the people that what you are planning to do and what obstacles you are facing here in the culture of Pakistan, what infrastructure is lacked here in Pakistan, you can address. You can make your voice listen to different platforms around the world. So just all the winners over here, whoever win is or whoever nominated here, just go through the social media, tell the world that what you plan in the future and what you want to do over there. So that's a small message. I think Sarah, Sarah, you want to continue? You want to? So that's what it is right now. I try to work with the youth over here in Pakistan. I try to motivate them on social media. I let the people know that whatever your abilities, tell them in words, tell the word in like blogging, like the media available on, there are so many medium available on social media like Twitter, social,